Hello students, this is Ujjwala Bhandivad, lecturer from KLS Gogte PU College of Commerce and Science, Pelagavi. We have already started our first chapter, that is Fundamentals of Computers. In today's class, we are going to learn about generations of computers. See, first, let me define what do you mean by generation. The computers that developed during same period of time is known as generation. Okay. So the evolution of these electronic computers over a period of time is divided into various different generations. Each and every generation is characterized by the major technological development. So, in today's class, we are going to learn the 5 different categories of generations and how these generations helped to develop the today's smaller, economical and powerful computer device. Okay? The first generation, okay, the first generation you can see it is between the year 1940 to 1956. The first generation of computers used vacuum tubes to prepare the switching circuits. Means what? The first generation computers were made up of one electronic device, and that is nothing but our vacuum tubes. Okay, these vacuum tubes were used to form a switching circuits, nothing but our electronic circuit. They were very large in size. They consumed a lot of electricity. They were very expensive to operate. Okay. Most of the time the heat was generated, and which was you can say more heat was generated, and because of that heat computer would not function properly. Okay. This first generation of computers where solve the problem, okay, very slowly. You can say it would take one problem at a time it used to solve. Okay. This computer, first generation computer, were operating on a machine language. See, now let me tell you, I am speaking in English. You are understanding it? So English is our communication language. Okay. Communication language means I want to express my thoughts to you so that you should understand it. So if I tell in some other language, you will not able to understand it. Okay. Similarly, a language means computer language is a language which helps us to understand the computer. Okay. Now I told that first generation computers were understanding only machine language. Machine language means it is a language understood by the computer, and it was using only 2 symbols, that is 0 and 1. About this we are going to still discuss in the next chapter. Okay, right now just remember the first generation of computers were made up of vacuum tubes, and it was operating on a machine language. Okay, just example we can give ENIAC, EDVAC. These things we will learn again in later. At the end of this class we are going to learn. So these will come under the first generation of computers. Okay. Now, the second generation of computers. See, the second generation of computers starts from 1956 to 1963. Whichever computers were developed, no, that during this period, the computers which are developed, we call it as second generation. And they were made up of one electronic, you can say a device. Okay, that electronic device we call it as transistor. What it is called as a transistor. Okay, this transistor in the second generation of computer, okay, was more, you can say, superior than your vacuum tube. Okay, because vacuum tubes were very large in size but transistors were very smaller in size. Because of this, our computer size is also reduced. Okay. The transistors used to produce less amount of heat as compared to our first generation of computers. Okay. So because of this, computers were working very correctly, very accurately. Okay. This second generation of computers were working by using a language that is called as assembly language. See here students, just now I said every generation has its own characteristics. Okay, so you must remember this second generation was operating on assembly language. Earlier, first generation was working on machine level language, but now the second generation of computer is working on a assembly language. Okay, it is a language which helps the computer to understand the instructions and perform the calculations accordingly. Okay. Now comes the third generation of computers. This third generation of computers comes in the period of 1964 to 1971. Okay, here computers were made up of integrated circuits. In short, we can call it as ICs. Okay. Here integrated circuit means what? Whatever the transistors earlier we had, no, they were again placed onto the small silicon chips. Okay, it will automatically increase the speed as well as efficiency of the computer. Okay, so this is the more advantage, you can say, than the second generation. Okay, also in the third generation of computers, they started using keyboards, monitors. Okay, earlier they were not using keyboard and monitors because it was not yet developed. Then how they used to enter? They used a device called punch cards. Okay, it is one device called as punch cards, and that has been used to enter the data and get the result also. But in the third generation, they started using keyboards and monitors. We know keyboard we use to enter the data, and a monitor which displays the data. Okay. Now comes the fourth generation of computers. See, fourth generation of computer means after 1971, whatever the computers have developed, no, we call them as a fourth generation of computers. Okay. These were made up of, you can say, a microprocessors. What is microprocessor? Okay. It is a, you can say, thousands of integrated circuits. Not a single circuit I am talking, single IC I am not talking. Thousands of integrated circuits were built on a single silicon chip. Okay, so one small silicon chip consisting of thousands of integrated circuits. Okay, you can imagine here what will be the power, speed and efficiency of the computer. Okay, this concept we call it as microprocessor. Okay, because of this chip, the computer reduced its size. Okay, they have become more powerful. They could be linked from one computer to another computer. Okay, earlier it was not possible. Now we can connect one computer to another computer through some networks. Either you use a wire network, or you can say wireless network. You can use it. Okay, this led to the development of our internet. Okay, so students, in this way, the development of microprocessor started evolving about the internet development. Okay, so the next comes fifth generation of computers. So what are the fifth generation of computers? See, fifth generation of computers means computers are based upon the artificial intelligence. Okay, we call it as fifth generation of computers. See, we know that all the human beings are referred as intelligent animal. Why? Because it has a brain and it is more powerful, you can say a machine, which will perform all sorts of calculations, stores the data, perform all calculations, and it remembers so many data in it. Okay, it is a machine. So similarly, we can create the artificial machine where the data will be stored. It thinks like a human being, it works, it acts like a human being, performs the calculations. Okay, all these things are possible. So this is nothing but artificial intelligence. Just I'll give an example. Robots are the example for the artificial intelligence. Okay, this intelligence is demonstrated by the machines. Okay, like the human beings and animals, how they have their own intelligence capacity, this is developed, artificially developed, and it is displayed by the robots. Okay, this fifth generation of computers will come close to bridge the gap between our computing or calculation and our thinking ability. Okay, students, so in the today's class we have understood what are the generation of computers. Okay, basically it is classified into 5 different categories over a period of time. Okay, from 1940s to up to till present date, it is classified into 5 different categories of generations, and every generation we will have different characteristics. First generation is made up of vacuum tubes, second generation is made up of transistor, third generation is about integrated circuits. Similarly, every generation has its own characteristics. Okay, students, so I hope you have to remember the characteristic of each and every generation, and what is the speciality of the generation is being explained in today's class. Okay, finally we will have some question and answers. See here, I am discussing 1 mark questions. First question is what is computer? See, computer is an electronic device used for information processing. Okay, so this is the first 1 mark question. Second question is which is the earliest computing machine? See, in the previous of my class I have discussed that the earliest calculating machine is our abacus. Okay, so that we have told. Now third question is who invented Pascaline? Pascaline was invented by a scientist called as Blaise Pascal. Okay, and now fourth question is who is the father of computer? Students, please remember Charles Babbage is the father of the computer. Now in today's class we have discussed about the generation of computers. 1 mark question will be asked like this. which is the basic electronic component used in the second generation of computer system. See, component means important electronic part. Okay, so in the second generation is made up of transistors. Okay, so in this way we have completed the generation of computers in today's class. Again we will be continuing in the next class. Thank you, students.